Aviron Treadmill, Aviron Bike, Ergata. Over there is the Omni One off camera. Behind the camera is the AEKE K1, Speediance Gym Monster. I've tested the Tonal, the Peloton, iFit products, and so much more. Whew. But if I had to build the ultimate home gym, what would I pick? Stick around long enough and you'll find out. If you're new here, my name's Travis, and I test health and wellness products in order to provide you an honest breakdown for you to make the best decision for you. Ultimate home gym, what does that mean? Well, I've tested a lot of stuff, and I was not to let cost be a factor. What is the resistance trainer I would pick? What is the cardio machine? What extras would I put around that to build the best home gym possible? I'm gonna break that down and tell you exactly what I would pick. But first, I had to throw the Omni One in and give it a little credit. It's not included in this review, but if you were just going all out, you wanted everything that's amazing, the coolest products out there, I gotta mention it because it is sweet. But let's go talk about some of the basic items that I think are really important, and we'll work our way up to cardio and resistance trainers. So my first item might seem like a little bit of a reach, but hear me out. Because if we're talking about being healthy at home, maximizing your home setup so that way you're getting the calorie burn, the activity, the exercise you need, this can be a huge item. Because if you're like me, you might spend a whole lot of time sitting or standing at a desk. And that's why I got this walking pad or under desk treadmill. They are not all created equal. Trust me, I've been through ones that did not work at all, and I did not think this was something for me, but this one is different. Folds up and gets out of the way. Can be controlled with a remote control, be controlled with your phone, has other ways to work with it, is smooth, works extremely well, and allows me to get a whole lot of steps in while I'm working when I would normally be extremely inactive, and it's proving to be an awesome feature. But I can get it tucked out of the way when I need to, and it doesn't dominate my gym, which is huge. So if you're looking to improve your health as a whole, and this is an environment that you have to deal with, it's worth considering. And I forgot to mention, I am gonna do a full review on that. I'm currently testing it, so if you wanna see when that comes out, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Almost to the big ticket items, but if you look next to me, AEKE K1, Speediance Gym Monster, awesome resistance training machines, but you don't always have 30 or 60 minutes to dedicate to a workout. And again, I like those filler items so you can really be efficient with your day. Thinking of, again, the home office, if you have some time to lift some weights. I love having adjustable dumbbells. They fill that gap. They, again, even though you have awesome resistance training machines, and I do, I use these all the time. I just like them, again, for filling gaps, or sometimes this is just what I wanna do. I wanna grab some weights and sling it around. And these are the adjustable dumbbells by Ativa Fit. And I've tested many. These are what remain. I've sold the rest, and they still work like the day I got them. They work fantastic. They also have a very large weight range, and you don't have to do that, but these go up to 88 pounds, which a lot of adjustable dumbbells do not. And if you want more weight, it's nice to have that option. If you want less, they have models for that. I'll link everything in the description. But again, when it comes to filler items and just having a complete home gym with options and variety to make sure you're taking advantage of what time you do have, I personally love having these. All right, cardio. So I'm gonna start off by saying, if there's something that you have your eye on and you're like, that is the option for me, that looks so fun, I would love that, watch some reviews, and if it's a quality product, get it. Because that's what you wanna get, is the one that talks to you and says, I will enjoy this. I said I'm not gonna pick the Omni One. And the only reason for that is because it's kind of a niche product. It's very specific. You gotta have a headset on, you're in a different reality, you're strapped into something. It's a very different experience. It is awesome, it is fun, it is cutting edge. And as far as an ultimate home gym, and if you're not worrying about money one bit, that's something I would 100% get. I love that thing. But as far as the products I talked about, the more typical, which one makes it fun, motivational, exciting, something you want to come back and use, and you can talk yourself into working out or exercising when normally you talk yourself out of it. But the one product to me that is above everybody else is Aviron. They have a treadmill and a bike, and they are both built very alike. They both have the same experience in front of you that's through their screen, and it offers modes of games, arcade structure, competitive modes, scenic rides, race against professionals, streaming services. There is a never-ending list of ways to use them. That is so much fun. Every day can be a different day if you want to be. When you're trying to build a home gym that you're gonna keep using, that you're gonna enjoy, that you're gonna get the most out of, you want something that pulls you in, and that is Aviron right now. So I'll end this part by saying, I know I said treadmill and bike. And the reason I said that, and I'm not picking one over the other, is in my opinion, they are both awesome and they're both the same experience. Again, through that screen, it's the same modes, it's the same features and functionality. So it really comes down to, are you more of a running person or a biking person? Whichever one you pick, just pick which one works for you. You know yourself better than I do, but both are fantastic options. I will pick Aviron right now 100 out of 100 times. I think they've got it going on that much. Fantastic product, Aviron all the way. And we'll wrap this up with resistance trainer. Now there are a lot of options you could go with, cage systems, and there's so many options, but I'm thinking a home gym. Something you have to fit in your house that's high tech, cutting edge, and these products are that. The Tonal that I'm talking about in that video right there, where I compared against these two, the AEKE K1 and the Speediance Gym Monster. And in that video, I talk about the pros and cons of each one, so that might be worth watching if you're trying to figure out which one's best for you. But I didn't necessarily say which one I would pick if I had an unlimited budget and I was going with the ultimate home gym. Well, it'd probably be Tonal. Now, Tonal and I have a weird relationship because I had it for a very long time and I ended up selling it. And that's because it was very expensive. To get it is very expensive, and then the monthly membership or subscription is very expensive. And I just didn't want to do that with all the other stuff I'm always testing. I don't use it enough. But if I'm throwing cost out the window and I just want to talk about the true best option, I think that's Tonal right now. Largely because it's the most mature. I'd say Speediance is also equally mature, but it also has those arms that can go everywhere and they look like they'll break. I get that question all the time. These arms that stick out and it's got all the way at the end. It doesn't. I used it forever, and when I sold it, it was good as the day I bought it. It was a very, very well built machine. And just the ability to get so many exercises in from so many angles and then having all the function as screen, the different resistance modes, I truly thought Tonal was the best option. Now, I will piggyback off that a little bit and just say, we want to be not so expensive. These two are both fantastic options. And if I were to pick one as the secondary option right now, I'd go with the Speediance Gym Monster. The AEKE K1 is great. It's just not as mature yet. It's very new to the States. I have a feeling that thing's gonna be awesome. And if I make a video in 6 months, a year, I might say completely different things. So if you wanna think about the future, very worth considering and see which one applies to you more. But right now, Speediance Gym Monster is to me the baby Tonal, the 90% Tonal, because it does a lot of what the Tonal does, but at a big reduction in cost. So if you want to still have a very ultimate home gym, but not spend so much, I would definitely consider that. And I have videos that go way more in depth on all these, including that video right there. So I will link everything in the description down below. But if you found this helpful, and if you don't mind helping me out, hit that like and subscribe button. It makes all the difference, and I appreciate it so much. But if I were to break down anything more about any of the products I've covered today, what would you want to know? Comment down below. Tell me what else I should include on this list. What should be next, or was I wrong? What would you pick? All right, hope you're having a great one, and I'll catch you next time.